Namaste friends, welcome back to YogaCandi and welcome back to our 7-day FeetUp challenge. So today is day 3 and we're going to focus on arms a little bit. Feel free to skip things if you're just really struggling, and also feel free just to take your time. As I always say, make sure safety is your top priority. Your trainer should not be on anything that's a slippery surface, and if you want to, take it close to a wall if you're not confident with inverting just yet. So don't forget, we've got our sun salutation video if you would like a warm-up prior to this video. And then at the end, you can always choose a shavasana or a meditation to end the class. So it's a little bit of a make your own type of series as well. So we're going to start off on our hands and knees. Hands underneath wrists, knees underneath your hips. We're going to externally rotate our hands so that our thumbs are facing outwards and our fingers are facing towards our knees. And from here, we're just going to take some circles with the hips. You can take big circles or little circles, but this is just going to warm up through the wrists before we begin. It's always good to warm up the wrists before we do any sort of arm exercises, just because you can put a lot of pressure on the hands and on the wrists. Then we're going to just rotate in the opposite direction, so whichever way you were turning, turn in the opposite direction now. Suck your belly up towards your spine and then start to send your bum back towards your heels. They don't have to reach your heels, just come back a little bit until you feel a stretch down the backs of the arms, through the palms of the hands as well. Hold that just for a couple of deep breaths here. Keep your breath nice and long in and out of the nostrils if possible. If you're congested or got a cold or just struggle to breathe through your nose, then don't worry, just breathe through your mouth, but keep your breath nice and long and consistent. And then come back forward, and we're going to take the tops of our hands onto the mat. So our fingertips are facing towards the knees and our thumbs are facing inward. Come up off the other palm and do the same. Don't put too much pressure, so lean back. You're just stretching down the front of the hands here. You can make a little rocking movement, or you can do one hand at a time if they're quite sensitive. I'm going to do one at a time for now. So just rock back and forth, feeling that little stretch at the top of the hand this time. And then swap hands if you did one at a time. And take a little rock back and forth. Suck your belly in. Enjoy nice long breaths. And then come back to your heels. Just give your hands a little shake out. And rotate your wrists in one direction and then in the other. Come back to your tabletop and we're going to do a few cat-cows. So inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch, draw your belly button back towards your spine, tucking the chin and the tailbone. Take 3 from here in your own time. Take one more arch here. And then extend through your arms. Let's give our shoulders a little stretch in puppy pose. Keep your arms around shoulder distance apart. If you need to move back a little. Shoulder distance apart. Just bring your forehead down to the ground, tailbone up to the sky. Keep your elbows off of the ground. Breathe into the back body. Suck up through your core. Take 3 nice deep breaths. and release. Walk your feet forward towards your feet up. Place your hands onto the wooden part and we're going to come up into downward facing dog. Feet hip distance apart. Hands around shoulder distance apart, and try to open up through the shoulder blades, trying to get your armpits to look at each other. And it's okay if your heels don't touch the ground, if your legs need to be bent, that's okay. Just take whatever modification works for you today. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Suck up through the belly button. And then inhale, roll forward, sucking your belly button in, rolling forward into plank pose. Holding your plank nice and strong. Pulling your shoulder blades apart, tucking the tailbone slightly, not dropping the hips and not lifting your bum. Stay in a nice long straight line, lifting the belly button towards the spine. And then exhale, we're going to do a chaturanga. Keep your elbows close towards your body. And then lift yourself up. Don't worry if you can't go very low. We're going to do 3. That was 1, 2, and take 1 more, 3. Now push yourself back into downward facing dog. Take 3 nice deep breaths here in your down dog. On your next inhale, roll forward back into your plank. We're going to do that again, but we're going to add something extra. Suck your belly button up, take a chaturanga, push yourself up and roll to the side into a side plank. Lift your left arm up to the sky, look up, and you can stack your feet or have one in front of the other if you don't have the balance. Take 1 more deep breath. And back to plank. Take a chaturanga, back up and over to the other side. Roll over into our side plank, inhaling this right arm up to the air, look up, stacking the feet or using extra support with the other foot, the top foot in front of you. Roll forward back to plank. 1 more chaturanga, back up, downward facing dog. Take 2 more deep breaths in your down dog. Suck in through your belly. And then roll down to your knees. Take a child's pose. Send your hips back down to your heels, forehead down to the ground. Take your arms either sides of your body. And just rest for a moment. Take 3 deep breaths here. Now inhale back up, come into a seat on top of your heels. Let's stretch out the back of our hands, give them a shake. Take your left hand forward, your palms facing away from you, and just pull your fingertips back towards your body. And then pull your fingertips the opposite direction towards your body. So pointing down towards the ground and then pull them back towards you. Same on the other side, palm away from you on the right. Now pull your fingertips back towards your body. Point your fingertips down to the ground and then pull them back towards you. getting the top of the hand here. And then give them a little shake out. We're just going to do one more exercise before we play around with some inversions. So bring yourself to the front of your mat, near the front of your trainer. Turn your back to your trainer, walk your feet a little further forward, take a seat down and grab either side of the wooden bars. We're just going to do a few little lifts. So bring your feet as forward as needed so that you're almost in like a seated position with your bum a little more forward than that. And we're going to bring ourselves down, keeping your elbows in line with your shoulders. So you're not going to flare your elbows out. You're going to keep them close towards the body. We're going to do 5 of these. So bring yourself down, exhale, inhale, up. That's 1. Down, exhale. Arms should be at about a 90-degree angle. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Hold this one just for a second. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Hold it. Inhale, up. 1 more. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. And walk your feet back towards your bum and take a nice stand up. Inhale, hands to the sky. Watch your palms as they touch. Interlace your fingers and push your palms away from you towards the sky. Just take a little roll with your neck, rolling from side to side. You can take your one hand out to the side as you roll. You'll feel that that gives an extra bit of resistance. And then remove that hand down and open up through the other hand, lifting it as you roll. And back again. Give your hands a shake out and let's play around with a couple of inversions now. So come on down to your trainer, come down to your knees. Pause the video or watch what I do first. Pause it and rewind when you're ready. Don't move your neck around once you're in your trainer. So bring your head down into your trainer. Keep looking straight ahead. Don't look down, don't look around. Keep your neck nice and long. Just feel the weight of your body inside your trainer. If this is as far as you're willing to go, that's fine. Feel free to take your trainer towards a wall if it's not there already. Play around with lifting one leg and coming up onto the tippy toes of the other foot. Put a little bit of weight into your palms, but hardly at all. Most of the weight is on your shoulders. Just keep that leg as lifted as you can. And then bring it back down and lift the opposite leg into the sky. Hold it there. Come up onto the tippy toes. Just feel that weight, feel the power of your body. And then bring that foot down to meet the opposite. Now it's up to you. You can either bring one foot toward your heel towards your bum and do a little bounce to come into your inversion, or start to come onto your tippy toes, leaning your body weight back behind you to the point where you can lift both feet at the same time. And very slowly, if you have the confidence, and only if you do, start to lift both your legs into the air. Breathe nice and deeply. Looking straight ahead, keep your arms nice and steady. Elbows in line with your shoulders. Don't allow your elbows to fall open altogether. And then very slowly come out of your inversion. You can take one leg down at a time, or you can bring both legs into a pike, sending your bum behind you and very slowly bringing them down to the ground. Exhale, just walk your feet and then come out of your trainer. We'll do that again. Just take a little breather. Come out of your trainer, sit back onto your heels and let's give our neck another little stretch. Roll your shoulders and then roll them back and down, giving your neck a little roll now, rolling from shoulder to shoulder nice and slowly. Take one more roll here. And let's play around one more time. Head back into the trainer. You can just play around with lifting one leg and then lifting the other. You don't even have to pop up into an inversion just yet. Keep practicing until you're confident, till you have the strength and the flexibility. But walk your feet as close to your trainer as you possibly can get them. If your knees are bent, that's fine as well, depending on your flexibility here. And then you can either just play around with lifting one leg and lifting the other, feeling the weight of your body, feeling your balance. But if you're ready, you can lift one leg and hop up into your inversion, or bring both legs together, send your weight back, so your bum is going back behind you, and you're going to pop up into a bit of a pike, and then maybe lift both your legs together at the same time. Suck up through your core. You want you to draw your belly button back towards your spine. Keep your gaze fixed on one thing, elbows nice and strong. Zip your legs nice and tightly together. Hold this for another breath. You can also play around in your inversion, scissoring the legs, just playing around with your balance. If you're very close to a wall, you might not be able to scissor your legs, but that's okay. You might want to do a little open of the legs, open them out to the sides, draw them back together. And when you're ready, suck your core in. Maybe take both feet down at the same time, or maybe one at a time, whichever feels more comfortable. Walk your feet back, knees down to the ground, and slowly bring yourself back out of your trainer. Sit back onto your heels, roll your shoulders back and down. Let's take a couple more neck rolls. Just roll from side to side once again. And then release. Take a nice comfortable seat. Any cross-legged position of your choice. Half lotus, or you can take a full lotus, or you can even just be in a simple cross-legged position. And from here, let's just take a nice little stretch. Extend your right fingertips down towards the mat, extending your arm as far beyond you as you can, and just allow your head to fall over towards the left side. Take a breather here. If you want some extra resistance, place this left hand on top of the head, getting a bit of an extra stretch. Take one more deep breath here. And then neck back to center. Take your left fingertips over towards the left side and allow your head to drop over towards the right. Couple of deep breaths. Sit up tall through the spine. You can take your right hand to the top of your head, add some extra resistance if needed. And back to center. Let's take a few little waves with the body. So inhale, right hand up to the sky, lean over to the left, and then take it over to the right, lean over to the right, left hand to the sky, look up. And keep doing this, just find it almost like a little dance. Just rolling from side to side, stretching through the side body. Close your eyes if you want and just enjoy. Take one more here, and when you come over to the right side, give your arm a nice big circle. So left arm, just circle it around in one direction, and then circle it in the opposite direction. Just a couple of times. One more time. And then take it over to the right. And take big circles with the right arm. And then take it over to the opposite direction. Back to center. Take your left hand, take it behind your back. Use your right hand to pull your elbow behind you. Sit up nice and tall, giving a little stretch at the back of the tricep here on the left side. If you want to take it a step further, I'm going to turn my back to you so you can see. So you can just hold the elbow, or you can take this right hand, bring it behind your back, and maybe you can touch the fingertips or interlace your fingertips. Now, doing this will give you a nice stretch at the front of the right shoulders as well as the back of the left tricep. Whichever variation works for you, don't force your body into anything at all. Sit up tall through the spine. Close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths. And then release. I'm going to keep my back to you so you can see what I'm doing. Take this right hand now and bring it back behind the body. You can use the left hand to pull the elbow. Don't force your neck at all, so your neck should be nice and long and your arm should not be forcing your neck forward. Everything should be nice and calm here. Holding onto the elbow, you can just stay here, getting a nice stretch on the right tricep. If you want to, take the left hand behind your body. Maybe you can feel your fingertips. Maybe you can interlace the hands at all. Getting a nice stretch at the front of the left shoulder. So you're hitting two birds with one stone here, if this is possible for your body. Take a couple of deep breaths. And then release the grip of the hands and slowly come out of your pose. Stay in your cross-legged position. I'm just going to sit sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Place your hands behind you, fingertips facing towards you. And inhale, look up to the sky. Hands should be about shoulder distance apart. Look up to the sky, shoulders away from the ears, suck in the belly. Pushing the chest up, getting a little stretch across the chest. And now grab your knees, exhale, arching the spine, pulling your shoulder blades apart, holding onto your knees for extra resistance. And then one more time, hands to the ground, inhale, chest to the sky, look up, close your eyes if you would like to. And then hands to knees, exhale. Pull those shoulder blades apart, tuck your chin. Back to neutral. From here, guys, I'm going to be leaving you. I'm going to have a link to my Shavasana as well as to my meditation series, which you can choose a length of a meditation that you may like to do to end your class. I highly, highly recommend you do. And please, to support my channel, guys, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share, do all that you can to keep this channel going, because I absolutely love making these videos for you. Until tomorrow for our next day of our series, I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you all have a wonderful day ahead of you, Namaste.